Yes, my Harry
Howdy,
Potter
my
whiskey.
fellow gamers, and welcome to yet another episode of the Roundtable Oddcast. I am finally joined by all four members of the Gamers of the Roundtable for the first time since, what, episode 0.5?
And a half.
It's been a while, but above me we got Chrono, the Australian, Wolf, the guy who does exist every now and then of course,
I'm gone.
as always, Doom, and there goes Wolf. But
He's gone.
Gentlemen, how have we been since our last, orgy or podcast, whatever we call this?
It's been a fortnight since
been busy
we've
as
actually
shit.
done a podcast.
Yeah, 'cause we
but
canceled
since we've
last
all
week.
done a podcast, what, like 2 months, 3 months?
We started in November. We did it. Yeah, so since November was the last time all four of us got on.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we didn't record last week, and we probably won't record next week because it's just so fucking hard schedule-wise.
Crazy.
Tell
Yeah.
you what else is hard? Getting a sponsor, because Zaxby still has not gotten back to me. You guys thought I was going to say my dick. I did not.
Or
I
Red
was
Bull,
expecting it.
Or
Monster,
Spider-Man.
or Stella Artois, or, yes.
Spider-Man!
R.I.P.
Spider-Man!
Hey,
It was a bit weird.
yeah.
or Nike.
Yeah,
there's a reason why I don't want this Australian to die in fires.
But this episode will be a tad bit shorter. We're probably only going to run about an hour and a half on this one, because I feel like donkey ass. And I know that they like asses of donkeys, but I don't. So we're probably...
It's a weird craving.
Kitty! Wolf is also very delayed. He's got like a lag on my screen.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Yeah.
Aw, I haven't
It's
had the
okay.
lag.
I mean, there's still... Yeah, like when you talk, then your mouth starts moving.
It's like
Well-
watching a dub for a Japanese movie.
It's like a bad Godzilla movie.
Godzilla!
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah,
Godzilla!
Wow, we literally all did that at the same time.
Yeah, that was perfect.
I know.
Only Discord
We're all
commented on
very
it, 'cause
funny.
right now Doom is frozen going... So,
And, yeah.
so anybody who ever listens to this in the future on Spotify, you should probably go check out the episode on YouTube, because there's some great facial expressions right now. We're just all pausing.
It's funny because the one who still hasn't moved yet is Doom. He's just stuck there like that. So
He's stuck in a perpetual loop of it.
he's frozen in carbonite.
Yo, he feels good, okay? He's just really...
That's the exact face you make before you either sneeze or come. It's the same face.
Laura, we've seen Doom's sex face now. We got it.
Yeah, but
We've
she
seen
has
Doom sex ass too, so...
Hey,
Yeah.
when you orgasm Doom, do you do it in a New York accent?
Oh, fucking coming, son of a bitch!
So,
I'm gonna put my meatball sauce on your face.
I guess we should delve right into a topic.
Yes.
No. Doom, tiebreaker.
Would you rather...
Oh, cool.
I have a would you rather, and somebody might know what this is from, and somebody might not. I don't know, because I don't know what you guys have been watching, but if anybody watches or listens to this, they'll get it. Would you rather have a little bit of piss in your mouth, or a little bit of shit up your nose?
Why? Honestly, I think.
This got off to a great start.
Is it whose piss is it? Whose piss and shit is
Fucking
it? Is
some-
it just
anybody.
random?
Yeah.
Some rando's piss.
Oh, it's someone else. Okay.
It's Bud Light's piss. It's just Bud Light.
Honestly, I think I'd probably have to go to piss in the mouth, just like a little bit, because I'm not gonna swallow it. I can spit it out and
No,
like
you have
rinse
to
the fucking.
swallow it. You have to swallow.
You can't
Is
spit
that
it.
it? What? Oh, okay. Shut up my nose then. Shut up my nose.
Well, I mean,
Zach, I
you
can
can't
blow
blow
that out.
that out.
What?
The
How
only
long
way to
is
get
it
rid
in
of
there
it
for?
is you gotta, like, fucking, like when you've got, the
Ah!
mucus, and then...
Oh.
Alright, this has been it. This has been Games of the Roundtable.
Welcome to
Yeah.
And right now, Doom is still frozen up.
Yeah.
Just
There's
thinking
one
about
to let
all
you know,
the piss
but-
and shit. So what's
This
your
definitely
answer
is
now
the
that you
podcast.
know the rules, Chrono?
Fuck. Bullet to the brain.
I could make it a lot worse and hit you with the other rules that were presented when I heard... There's Doom!
Hey, our boy's back. Oh, get frozen! Get frozen! Oh,
Just do another weird face, you'll probably get frozen.
Right. So, Chrono. A little bit of piss in the mouth or a little bit of poop up the nose?
honestly, I feel like there'd be nothing worse than snorting up shit. Like, I'm about to gag thinking about it. I think if it was a little bit of piss and I had to swallow it, I think I'd be alright. I'd just go get like a fucking
I
shot or
can't
something.
tell if he got frozen again.
Mm.
You can't tell if you got froze again.
All right, Wolf. What about you?
Oh,
I'll go 127 days later, I guess.
And what? Cut off your fucking nose, your face?
Yeah, the only reason why I would have to swallow piss in the first place.
Yeah. And
Oh,
Doom?
God. He's just frozen.
I seriously can't tell if he's frozen right now. Oh, he was! He actually was on my screen!
Yeah.
No, if I had to choose that, I mean, I feel like downing a little bit of piss is so much better than having fucking shit in your nose. That's fucking.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though, because if the shit's in your nose, you're gonna have to snort that in, and then it's gonna be like shit in your mouth, and then you gotta swallow it.
Yeah, you're gonna swallow it down the back. It's like,
So-
oh, you'd throw up. You'd fucking puke.
It's alright. I'm
immediately.
gonna Bear Grylls this shit. I agree with you guys to take the piss in mouth. But the way it was presented in the show that I'm watching, most of the guys actually went with shit up the nose because there were a couple different sets of rules added to it. But I've been watching the fuck out of Letterkenny, so
Oh shit. Okay. You know what the sad part is? I've watched Letterkenny, but I haven't seen that joke yet. I'm probably like halfway.
You know what the sad part is?
it
I
was
haven't
like
heard of that show.
season 3.
Yeah. So I'm only like I'm talking about halfway through the first season. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, there will be a scenario presented where you will hear about
Alright,
a little bit of piss in the mouth or a little bit of poop up the nose, and it's fucking great. I
Stop hailing
love that
Hitler,
show.
Jesus.
Like the first 2 minutes of that show, I was laughing out loud. Like when the hockey players come pulling up and shit. And they rip off their shirts, and he's like, "Pump the brakes." All right, you rip off your shirt, but you're still wearing the fucking glasses. What kind of backwoods pageantry is that bullshit? You guys do CrossFit? You can go fuck off.
Yeah. That show was like so dry but hilarious at the
It's
same
so
time. Like,
stupid.
What the fuck? Yeah.
So hilarious.
Yeah, but to be fair,
Indubitably.
Oh, to be quite fair.
yeah. So when I heard that, I wrote it down because I was like, I'm gonna ask this in the podcast, and I'm apparently gonna be on another Twitch streamers like podcast panel next Thursday, and most of their podcast is just would you rather and blah blah blah. So I'm gonna hit them with that again, and then I have another one. I've got a kill bang marry situation.
Oh, fun! All right,
But-
I like these.
There's only one right answer.
Okay.
Dun dun dun.
Ryan Reynolds,
Mm.
Ryan Gosling,
Mhm.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
and Bradley Cooper.
All right. So hold on.
Why not Dwayne
Hold
the Rock
on.
Johnson or something? We need someone with
Hold on.
the Ryan in there.
Hold on. I just want to preface this by
Doesn't
saying,
make no sense.
even as a straight male, if your junk didn't wiggle just a little bit when all three of those names were mentioned, you're fucked up. I just want to point that out there.
Yeah.
You're fucked up.
It's okay.
What's Ryan?
But there is only one correct answer to this.
What's Ryan Reynolds' credit score?
We got somebody thinking
Pretty
with their head, and I'm
Yeah,
thinking
but
with
I
my
mean-
head.
yeah, I'm thinking with my head, but that is. I feel like his credit rating's gonna be fine.
Got
Anyone
a solid 700 or 800.
Mine
Which one?
is in the fucking garbage right now.
Mine's 713. I was surprised.
Mine's pretty.
Mine was
Mine's
like
pretty
750 6 months ago, and then the hospital bill started rolling in. So I'm at
Mm.
like 590.
I bought a house and it was higher at one point, but it's fine.
Well, and here's the thing with credit. You open up a new credit card, your thing drops by 100 points. So it's
Yeah,
like
I'm trying to get my
It-
Exactly. Yeah.
credit scores. They're like unicorns. It's just kind of like magical, and you really don't know how the fuck they work, and they kind of don't exist.
and they fluctuate a lot. But
Actually, I guess it's nothing like unicorns.
yeah, well,
No.
unicorn should be great. But kill bang marry, Ryan, and Bradley.
That's some pretty.
Who wants to go first? Because I will go last to present the correct answer.
Okay.
I can go first because
okay.
I know. All right, so I would fuck Ryan Reynolds. I would marry Ryan Gosling, and I would kill Bradley Cooper.
Okay.
Actually, I'm pretty on board with that decision. That's
Okay.
pretty much like my
That's your
my
three?
decision.
And Wolf.
This is weird. Do Bradley marry Ryan, kill Gosling?
Okay. The correct answer.
Mm.
The only possible way that this should have gone, none of you got it,
Neither.
is to
To all three.
fuck Ryan Gosling, to marry Ryan Reynolds. Because you're not going to just fuck Ryan Reynolds once. It's goddamn Ryan Reynolds, guys. Plus,
You're right.
he's hilarious, and you want that around for the rest of your life. And then you kill Bradley Cooper.
Okay, yeah, because who wouldn't want to kill Bradley Cooper after Shallow fucking came out and dominated the airwaves?
And just who wouldn't want to marry Ryan Reynolds?
Well, so the thing for me is that
Apparently, Scarlett Johansson.
after I watched The Nice Guys with Ryan Gosling and Gerard Butler,
I haven't seen that yet.
I was fucking excellent movie, but I was obsessed with Ryan Gosling in that movie, and that's why I'm like, yeah, no, I could get behind some Ryan Gosling marriage in my life. Yes, I would fuck Ryan Reynolds, but I feel like it would get to a point where it's like, all right, you're great to be around, but how many times will you improv things that you've already done in your movies for me? Just for a joke. You know?
Okay, really quick, I would like to just point out how deep of an analysis that was.
I'm 100%
Banging,
straight.
killing, and having sex with 3 guys.
Yeah.
You
Just-
have to.
he
It's
thought
the
about
right.
Well, hold on.
I did think
Thought
about it.
about it.
All right, so hold on. So we've all had this conversation already. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna flip it on its head a little bit more.
Ooh, we're flipping stuff on heads.
Well, you know, take those 3, throw them in the garbage. Take the gamers of the round table. Which is what-
Hey!
Oh, Jesus.
Hey!
If you had to
All right,
fuck, marry,
Chrono.
kill, fuck, marry, kill.
All right, guys, we want to hear what you say in the comment section. This is going to be so bad.
I got
I
an
know
answer for you
who
already.
the fuck I'm gonna kill.
I think all of us know.
This is gonna. All right.
See,
So
I couldn't kill any of you. I couldn't.
Yeah, you could with a sniper rifle.
Like Bradley Cooper in American
He's just
Pie.
unkillable because he lives
I know.
in Australia.
Well,
Okay. So
I think a swift bullet to the head would probably. Click.
Well, that's fine.
I will go first on this one.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, of course he will. He's the only one that fucking matters. It's himself.
That's right. That's
See,
why
look-
none of you are gonna get the satisfaction either. Once I finish, we're done, bitch. I
Once
will
we're done,
marry
we're
Wolf.
finished. Bitch. Aw.
Go some bitch. Aw. Yes, I will marry
Hey,
Wolf.
hey. Love you.
Because that's my best friend.
That's why I talk about a faithful hoe right there.
Yeah.
He's so cut.
I had my answer of who I was going to fuck, and then somebody else wanted to be a little fucking smartass. So I'm gonna fuck Chrono, and I'm gonna kill
Yeah.
Doom. I was gonna kill Chrono originally and keep Doom around,
Why? Why
but
would you kill me?
but then I realized, I really like that accent. So
I mean,
You gotta keep the accent around.
Yeah.
yeah. So there you guys go. I just played Kill Fuck Marry with my 3 other gamers. This is gonna be a hell of a fucking podcast. I swear to God.
It will be. It's gonna be the weirdest podcast yet. We gotta do some really fucking wacky shit.
This is that
just to-
weird experimental one, Bo.
I mean,
Like,
that-
you
that was
can't
a
go
good
from
flip on
that
the
and
head.
then be like, what game are you excited for this
Oh, don't
week?
worry,
Was
we're
this
still
even
gonna
like
talk about
make an
wolves.
agenda for tonight? That's a real question.
So this is where the gang questions their sexuality.
Yes.
All right, always sunny.
Better than the friends
Gotta
rep
fix that.
come out with you fucking pleb.
friends
Sorry,
on
when my
this
hair
on
goes
too.
like that, I look like Hitler. When my hair goes up like that, I look like Hitler.
That's the 3rd time you've referenced Hitler.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
but I
you wanna
can't.
talk
Now
about?
I
Are we
can't
gonna play
stop
Kill
saying it.
Fuck Marry with Hitler in there a little bit? Let's bring in Osama
Yeah.
and Stalin.
Yeah,
See,
JoJo.
you're gonna be very upset when you figure out
Okay,
who
yeah.
I'm
We're
with.
not gonna delve
Definitely
into that.
bang-
We're gonna
hold on,
skip
hold on.
over this
Definitely
entirely.
bang Osama bin Laden. You talk about explosions, guys.
Oh.
Oh!
It's so
See,
explosive.
guys, this has been a great podcast.
All right, this has been a great one. Bye, everybody.
Well,
All right, so how do I start a new YouTube channel that doesn't get banned?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hold on, if we can make
Oh
it.
no, don't
you know
worry.
what? You know who I want to get as a
That's
guest?
That's Al Qaeda, not ISIS. This is two.
You want to know who I
same
want to
things.
get as a guest?
I'm afraid to ask.
Ryan
Yeah,
Reynolds
Chris
or Adolf
Chris
Hitler?
Hansen. I would
I feel
love
like
to
he
get
would
Chris
sit you
Hansen.
down with that mustache.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. We'll put him on.
All right, so
You're like,
Kill
so
Bang
what are
Marry
you doing
with the
here?
other
Hey,
members of the
Chrono,
Gamers of the
open
Round
your front
Table.
door.
Doom, your turn. You brought up the question.
My turn.
Yeah.
Well, fuck you, freak. You're dead. I'm
Yeah,
not
I
even
know.
gonna pull any punches with that. Fuck you. I hope
knew
you
it.
die. I'm gonna make sure you die a slow, miserable death. And I probably have to do the same thing. Fuck Chrono, marry Wolf.
Yeah,
Why am I'm so marryable?
you are.
Because you're like the stable one that you go to after you've fucked the wild boy. You know what I'm saying? Like you had
That
your
sounds
chance
about
with the
right.
bad boy. You know, you sewed up some wild oats and all that shit.
Well,
but
you
then
know
they
what?
find
Fuck you. I'm no one sloppy seconds. I'm gonna be dead in that ditch with Freak.
Hey.
Wow, that got
a loyal
really
hoe right
gay
there.
Really quick. Really gay, really quick. I'm gonna die with his dick in my mouth. Damn it! God
Oh,
damn.
jeez.
Well, at least we know who's catching. Thanks, Doom.
Ugh.
All right, Chrono, your turn.
Okay.
Feel like I'm dead.
So
I want to preface this by saying, also in my scenario, Chrono doesn't have the fucking mustache.
That's
yeah.
true.
Sorry, this will go. Like it's not gonna go. But the
Chrono's a
rest is
very
gonna grow out.
attractive person. Let's be fair. He is very attractive. He is very attractive.
I
Thank
think you're very
Just
attractive.
take out the mustache.
I mean, I'd fuck you. I'd
Doom,
fuck you with the
Doom looks like a fucking troll, but you know,
Who loves girls?
Look,
every group needs
here
another
we go.
guy.
I'm gonna want to do this,
That's
right?
where I am.
So here's how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna marry everyone. I'm gonna fuck everyone,
He's
and
a
then we're gonna
killer.
all go out together. We're all gonna go out together.
Cold pack.
Just yeah. Well, not even like that. We'll just all stand in a line and like because I gotta kill you, so it's gonna be
Cool it,
my
everybody.
bullet.
Yeah, but hold on. So you don't know Freak as long as Wolf and I know Freak. He'll
He
be the
wouldn't drink
last one to pull the trigger, and he'll be like, ha, 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 I guess not. Or something
Yeah,
like that. Like,
yeah, I can see that. All right, so here's what would happen: is
I would
that
also
we would be
conveniently take out
standing
life
with-
insurance policies on all of you, like the day before our suicide pact.
And these are like,
So
yes,
he-
medical bills covered.
So here's what would happen:
No,
is
I'd
that
probably
we would
still
all have
know.
the bullets, we'd all have the guns pointed to our head. I would shoot Freak, and
Oh,
throw the
now
gun
I'm
at
fucking
him.
first.
Call the
Okay.
police. It'd be like, "There's a suicide," and then we get the insurance money.
So you're gonna
I
shoot
want-
yourself?
So
Let's
he
call
went
this
from
like
killing
a-
all
like a
three of us
burn
to just killing me.
And burning your Sly Cooper games.
Jesus.
and
You
then
see all that stuff back there?
pissing on the ashes.
And then shitting on it too, and it goes up the nose and the mouth of the
Everybody
ashes.
who ever watches this episode or listens to it, there is a fourth position available for the gamers of the round table. You must have some general editing knowledge and a fucking consistent upload schedule.
And a slight accent.
I'm gonna contact Sucker Punch. I'm gonna tell them to never make another Sly Cooper game again.
That's
Jesus.
fine. They won't fucking listen because they're already doing that anyways.
That's already the fun. Nah, honestly, it's very hard to kill any of yous. I'd have to do like a double marry or a double fuck, make it like
No,
an
it's not,
open.
dude.
We already chose. You gotta kill somebody, you gotta marry somebody, and you gotta fuck somebody. Bite the bullet.
Alright,
Go ahead.
alright. I will
You can
fuck.
kill me. It's okay.
I have a feeling that one's me. I'm playing
Oh,
some
fuck.
psychology here.
Fuck
I will
you.
fuck Freak.
See?
I'll marry Doom.
Told ya.
Wolf.
Hasta la vista.
I'm gonna kick your ass in Halo. There we go. I didn't have to say kill because I'm not a fucking
I don't
cunt.
think Wolf's playing Halo. He can, but
But you broke my heart.
all right, Wolf. We've come around to your turn.
Well, obviously gotta marry Freak.
You fucking
It's just-
would.
It's just how it goes.
Look, it's
Can't
been
be their friends
15
since like
years,
third
dude.
grade
Fuck
or
you.
something, and then
You
just
fucking
not.
would.
But damn, that would really, my credit score would go down, wouldn't it?
By the time we got
Okay.
married, I can promise you I'll fix my fucking life.
All right. Anyway, yeah, this is hard. I'm gonna have to, I guess I'll just have to keep it simple for the people that I just known the most often. I guess we would be screwing Doom, and then I'd have to travel to Australia, and put Chrono out of his misery. Get some water and sprinkle it in the forest first.
Yeah, why don't you here do some good?
Actually. So,
Oh fuck!
hold
I never
on.
hit start recording.
What?
No, I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with the idea.
Oh, you fucking shot me!
Oh,
Who wants to go
dude,
through all
oh,
this bullshit
that
again?
was pure fucking shock on my face. I was like,
I know.
no.
Because I was just like, let me just throw this out there, see what happens there. But
Oh, No, but because you sold that so so perfectly. Like,
yeah.
you motherfucker. Kind of like the way you fucking played me the other day, you son of a bitch.
You fucking fell for that hook, line, and sinker too.
Yeah, you know what the worst part is? In the back of my head, I'm thinking to myself, like, feel like this is bullshit. Feel like this is bullshit.
That's why I was being so vague about all your questions, because I had no idea what the fuck you were asking about. I was like, yeah, totally, that fucking thing. And then some.
Yeah, exactly. And then when you said, like, there was one thing that kind of started giving it away, and that's when you stopped talking about it. You're like, oh yeah, if you're talking about fandom, it's a great gift. I'm like, fandom? What the fuck? Fan of what? That is not even on the cards. That's not even on the fucking table. What does he know that I don't? And I was like, wait, that's bullshit. And then you just...
So how did that conversation go with Laura? Because she snapped me. She's like, why the fuck are you telling him that you know what I'm getting him? Because now he thinks I'm getting him shit that I'm not getting him. Stay out of this.
So what happened was...
and I was like, you should tell me.
Did she?
No.
Yeah, no, she didn't. But no, so the other night we were just talking about just gifts for Valentine's Day, all that kind of shit, and somehow my birthday got brought up. And that's what it was. She did a job and got paid pretty decently. I was like, oh, hey, you could totally put that towards my PC, right? But, she's like, oh, well, no, I'm going to get something for your birthday that's, pretty expensive and this kind of other. I was like, wait a minute. Is it what I think it is? She's like, no, it's you literally have no idea. You've mentioned it a couple times, but you have no idea what it is. I'm like, I feel like you're bullshitting me, and you can ask her. I can sweat her like no one else. Like, I can, make her talk with just looking at her.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, wait a minute. The last time she was going to buy me a gift, she told you. She told Freak. So it's like, wait a minute. I wonder if she did the same thing again and got on something. Put your phone down, you fucking pleb.
I'm texting her and figuring out what you're getting.
Really? Really?
Wait, what? Why is her phone next to you? Give her your fucking phone.
Really?
I need to know these things, okay?
No, because you do not give him any information.
He is weak.
You're calling her?
Hey, so, say hi. You're on the podcast real quick.
Hello.
Okay, so, I'm going to take you off speaker. And, you can go ahead and tell me. You can tell me.
She's right here next to me, you dumb
That's
bitch.
fine. Walk into the fucking bedroom with the cat or with the dogs or... I need to know so that I can actually know and, really lord it over him and not, fucking play games. I need to know, you know?
Oh, god damn it.
Okay, but I'm not coming down for another 2 weeks. Just tell me now. Yeah, I know, but I could know now and lord it over him for 2 weeks instead of knowing in 2 weeks and lording it over him for 3 months.
It's better for you. It's better for you if you don't know, because when you come down here, I will kick the ever-loving piss out of you. I'm just saying.
I don't give a fuck.
And shove it down your throat so you can swallow piss. Full circle.
If it's not that incredible, then you shouldn't have a problem to tell me.
What is the side effect phone call?
Fuck, no!
It's gonna be The Incredibles on Blu-ray.
Doom, you sit there and you stay and you watch. You watch me learn your gift. You watch my face as I learn what you will receive.
I still hear her in the background.
Don't
Alright,
say
you gotta
that. You
whisper
would know what
a
your
little
gift
bit,
is
'cause you
3
can
months
apparently still
earlier.
hear, every
Like
other
dumb
word you're
shit.
saying.
Right?
Or he's just trying to psych us out. But alright, no. So what are you gonna? Okay, I heard the first half of that, and then you started whispering too soft. A little bit louder there. Fucking step outside for 2.5 goddamn seconds. Oh, you're in the closet.
Wait, which closet?
Okay. Yeah.
He's gonna go run up. Just
That's it, I'm going.
Doom, sit down! He's coming.
slammed his laptop. What is his phone or something?
It's okay.
It just
She told me, though.
collapsed.
I already got... Yeah, he's using a tablet, so he got up. Hi, Doom. All right, I'm gonna put you back on speaker so that we can hear the domestic violence.
I want to hear some punching.
I'm pretty sure we're going to hear other things that's not punching.
It won't take him long to come back either way.
Yeah. See? Trying to get up.
Yep.
Yeah, see, I told you, it's nothing that crazy, but feel free to...
Oh, I think it's
That's
awesome.
the size of his dick she's
I
talking
think
about.
that's pretty cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
So I literally.
He'll get some good use out of that.
Okay, just
Phrasing.
don't give it away, because then I'll kill you.
Oh, I'm not gonna give it away, but I do have to lord it over him now that I do truly know. Doom, you gonna fix your fucking... Oh, there he goes. He left.
Womp, bump, bump, bump.
Thanks, Laura.
Okay, bye.
I
Bye.
fucking hate you.
All right, cool. So this might be like the best podcast we've ever recorded. You know, this is just fucking Doom.
We haven't even gotten to the one topic that I thought that we were going to touch.
Oh god. I wish I didn't lift my arms up. That's fucking...
I hate all of you. All of you.
I got the Discord things on Doom now.
None of you can stop him.
So how's everybody doing?
I should have called Laura so I could jam the phone line.
Good.
Ah.
I hate all of you.
I don't think I have Laura's number, actually.
I didn't either until she texted me, and I was like, oh, fuck, I do have her number. What do you know? Because I've had to change phones so many damn times in the last 2 years. And every one of them has been a piece of shit.
That's what happens when you buy very cheap phones.
I don't have the fucking money or the credit right now.
You don't need credit to buy a phone, but you should save up. I mean,
I'm trying.
you should save up for a phone, because, yeah, they if you get a really bad phone or just like an old phone, they will die after like a year.
Yeah, or get hacked by ISIS.
Or get hacked
That
by
too.
ISIS. I get one every year, pretty much. I have to get a new phone.
Yeah, you should, yeah.
Ooh, I got a picture
Save
of
up.
it, too. Ooh, fuck! Anyways, continue.
You know her phone's like right there, right?
That's fine.
No, it's not.
I can't.
Did you hear that?
No.
I heard a whoo from Kyle.
I'm still waiting on Doom to fucking load back in.
That is true.
Yeah, he still just blocks for me, so...
Yeah.
Oh, I'm here. I left the call and came back in. I see me.
Never
Very
should've left the
attractive
call.
blocks, though.
Never should have left
Very
the fucking
attractive
kitchen.
blocks.
You should have sat like a good boy.
I got my alcohol. I got my Johnny Walker.
Nice. I got my Diet Pepsi.
Ah, you need a mix.
Coke is better.
This one's sale.
Do you guys have Coke
This
no
might be
sugar
more
vanilla
vanity.
flavor over there?
Do we have what?
Yeah. Yeah.
We do
No
have
sugar,
vanilla
but
flavor.
it's vanilla flavor.
Yeah, we also have cherry
And orange.
and orange.
So
Yeah.
we don't have cherry over here.
And,
We've got
like,
peach.
Mandarin,
we have-
I think we have
lime, and
peach,
peach,
too.
and we've got fucking everything. Coke is
Yeah.
based out of Atlanta, Georgia, so
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
like
Because
we.
the one that
America's
I've
got
wanted is
everything.
cherry.
Coke Zero Cherry is actually really good.
Yeah. Just Coke cherry in general.
I'm not a fan. I just love
That's
good
the only one I'd
old-fashioned
go to.
plain Coke. I don't like Diet Coke. I don't like Coke Zero. Like I'll
See,
drink them, but
it's-
just good old Coke. Okay, cocaine
You're
is
also
incredible.
Just
you're
good old
also
Coke.
the fucking pickiest person known to man about eating your food and drinking your food, so you can shut the fuck up with that shit.
Hey, I know what you're getting for your birthday.
Okay. And you know what? You know what I know? That your backlog's never gonna go down.
Goddamn right. Don't you forget it either.
Yeah! That's what you look like whenever you put those on. Except for, let's do it in 8-bit. I don't know what an 8-bit scream sounds like. Chrono, this is your
It'd
time.
be like.
It's literally the opening screams to down with the down with the. I nearly said down with the syndrome.
Oh.
Jesus.
Oh.
Get up, you're going down with it. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, fuck.
You know, like System of a Down syndrome.
And I just watched the Family Guy episode with a Down syndrome girl in it, so
You're never going
Oh,
to get
yeah.
this. Get out.
yeah. Great episode.
She's a
Seth
bitch.
MacFarlane's- oh,
She's a
she's
Down
bitch.
with
cunt.
syndrome girl.
She's a cunt.
But,
Hey!
she's back. Hey, Doom.
All hail, Princess.
Everyone clap at the same time. It makes it more effective.
I'm done. Enough. That just sounds like you're beating your meat almost.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
I bet I can.
let's go to some games. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, now we lost Chrono.
Oh Jesus.
Chrono. All right. Well,
Knock
you know what?
knock.
He can push through the technical difficulties because we're just gonna delve right in. What games now? The fuck? Oh, what games? We'll say let's pick 3, okay? And not necessarily your favorite game because my favorite game of all time does not receive this score, but it's pretty fun, especially with how IGN rates their games and Game Informer and everything. What 3 games would you give a perfect 10 out of 10 score to?
None.
All right. So I've got one game already on the tip of my tongue, and it's going to be funny because we'll be playing it later. Halo 3. Halo 3 to me is a perfect 10 out of 10 game. Reason being is that the story was good. It was a culmination of Master Chief and his whole story coming together, so to speak. And the online gameplay, like, as much shit as I talk about all the other Halos and all that kind of stuff, like, I love 2, I love 3. I'm not going to say that other one, the one that shall not be named.
The best game they ever made.
But like 3 to me was kind of like the pinnacle. Like Halo was at an all-time high. The graphics were second to none at the time. It was just fun, like across the board. You love the story. There was the skulls and all that. I remember everyone was going crazy to find all the skulls.
Yep.
To me, that game was the pinnacle of storytelling and online gameplay for its time. And I was in high school too, so I played a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
What's funny is I don't think I've got a single fucking multiplayer game on my list of top 3.
See, the thing with me for Halo 3, so sorry to just quickly jump in, but for
good.
Halo 3, the campaign is a 10 for me. Multiplayer's like a 6 or a 7 because my god, I hate the multiplayer in Halo 3.
It has
so
not
much.
aged well.
It has not aged well. Like when you and I were playing the other night, Freak, and it was just a 2v2 or something like that. We had an awful time. That was awful.
But
here's my thing. At the time, it was the best thing around. Like it was better than Quake. It was better than whatever was out at that time. But it was at the time the multiplayer. If you were not playing Halo 2, Halo 3, more so Halo 3, obvious, it was a non-factor.
At the time, you were either playing Halo 3 or you're playing Modern Warfare. It was nothing in between. It was either of those two. But then you'd have the people who are like, Unreal Tournament!
Yeah.
It would
like
be
me.
a great segue for mine, which would be Modern Warfare 2.
I can respect that.
The campaign is phenomenal in that game.
And the fact that there were 20 freaking multiplayer maps at launch.
Yeah, the Spec Ops mode was great. The multiplayer was great. Like the
point. And this is what I was saying, piggybacking off what Doom said. It was the high school game. It was the game that was out in high school that you played it every single day when you got home.
Yep.
There you go. Actually, it probably was middle school.
I had about
honestly.
that multiplayer was we were in high school because I had left. Noob tubes. Aside from that, everything else is fucking perfect. Yeah. Whereas there's 7 issues in every other Call of Duty that's come out.
I never got killed much by noob tubes. I normally was just start the match, go.
Yeah.
You were the noob tuber.
You were the noob tuber, yeah.
I was just like,
noob was so.
Here's the thing,
good.
I wouldn't get that many kills either, so I would just launch it into stratosphere and just all right, well I just wasted all those. Onward. Heartbeat
can
sensor,
I tell you
let's go.
how much I miss how Modern Warfare 2, when you go to the campaign, there's 3 pages worth of missions. It's not a short fucking campaign. Yeah. I don't know why they keep doing... the new Modern Warfare came out. I love the campaign, but fuck me, I was 4 hours in, and I'm like, wait, what do you mean I'm nearly done?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? It was like when Battlefield 4 came out, too. That was such a short campaign. I was like, too bad the game looks so fucking beautiful.
Battlefield's starting to shorten theirs up a lot.
Battlefield 4 pissed me the fuck off!
Press right off. Fuck off!
Because even though it's such a short campaign, it took me 6 months to finish. Because I'd play it, they'd come out with a new goddamn update to fix their fucking broken multiplayer, and every time it wiped this fucking campaign data. And
I remember
the
that,
issue.
actually.
And so I would be like, all right, well, if they're aware of the issue, they're going to patch it next time. So I would start the next campaign and, whatever, I'll play through these missions again. And they're like, all right, here's a new patch to fix it. Oh, wiped your fucking campaign data again. I had to restart Battlefield 4's campaign 6 times to beat the game.
Genuine question then. Does that mean it's still in your backlog?
No, I beat it. I even went back and beat it twice. That way I could get like those multiple achievements. Find this, do that. I played the shit
That
out of
opening
that.
cinematic though was pretty good.
Oh,
I
yeah.
really liked it.
Broken Field 4 was so good after they made it unbroken.
Yeah.
Agreed.
We should get on the topic of EA's like only game. This is later if we want. But like after all their multiplayer games and not having any success with any of them, and then releasing Jedi Fallen Order, and it's like, they have like went past and beyond all expectations of the game for it to be a single player only game.
Wow.
But anyway, that's off that topic.
It's like a story-driven game is what's good.
I wrote that on Facebook when it was posted, and it had like immediate hundreds of likes.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, yeah.
No, it looks great. I haven't played it yet, but I've heard great things about it. I knew it was going to do great after I saw the gameplay of it, and it's just people are like, I don't want single-player campaigns anymore, and I'm like, everybody still wants single-player campaigns. Like, sorry.
Yeah, we just want good ones.
A quick detour, and we'll go right back to best top 10 games. It was, it's funny,
Swerve.
like everything in this world for the most part is cyclical. Like so everything's in a circle. Like everything goes where it goes to, it comes back.
It's in a circle.
The circle of life. Sorry.
It's in a circle. It's no triangles. Triangles has edges.
All these
It's a
squares make
circle.
a circle. But no, so pretty much like, when MW2, Halo, all those, everything was going towards, the multiplayer gaming facet of it. You were still getting the good stories, but now it's reverting back. We got to that pinnacle of multiplayer games. Games were only launching as multiplayers. It was good for a minute. A lot of games really fucked it up for everyone. And now it's coming back. It's coming back towards like, hey, we still want the stories. This is what we want as gamers, is what we need. And yeah, throw in multiplayer, but we want the story. Add the multiplayer if it's feasible. I mean, hell, I hate to keep bringing this one particular game up, but Last of Us, dude, like Last of Us, their multiplayer was great, but the story is what sold me. Multiplayer was just a fun little add-on.
I just want the multiplayer to come back to fucking Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
It was so
interesting.
fun. No, that was the co-op. I'm talking about the legitimate multiplayer. Because it was just so
multiplayer
unique
was interesting.
and fun.
It was interesting.
And yes, I would like co-op to come back too. I would like to do Assassin's Creed Origins with fucking multiplayer, with co-op campaign. Like, give us a good-ass fucking title. But, Chrono, what game would you give a top 10 to? Not even a top 10, because we already done top 10. A perfect 10 out of 10.
Perfect 10, there you go. It's kind of hard, because it's hard for me to actually sit down and be like, this game was a perfect 10. There's always something that gets in the way, and I'm like, I don't know. But that's more so nitpicking, so if I throw away any nitpicks, I can probably pick a few. But the main one... I can't keep being a fucking advocate for this game, so I'm going to swap over to another game.
He's going to say Spider-Man.
I was going to say Spider-Man, but now I'm going to say the Shadow of the Colossus remake.
The other
because
one
it just...
pick besides Silent Hill.
Yeah. Even Silent Hill has some flaws to me, so... I still like Silent Hill 2, which everyone calls the best one. I give that like a 9, But yeah, no, for me, Shadow of the Colossus, the remake, it fixed all the glitches that the original had. It was a much more smoother game to play on the PS4. It looked incredible. And when it was released, it wasn't released at full price, which is the best part, because it's a full game, which you can do so much stuff for. You can unlock so much shit. And you got it for over here, $50. I'm assuming over there it'd be like 30.
It was 40.
Would have been?
It was 40.
40. And it was just, I was ecstatic when it was announced, and when I played it. I finished the whole game in one day, and then I just kept going back and playing it again and again, because there was nothing that was an issue. Every time a Colossi came up, I had that amazement and wonderment that I had when I first played it on the PS2, where I'm like, oh! But this time I was like, ah! Because, I'm an adult and I can scream now.
I still own the one on the PS2 and I've never played it.
Do it, dude. Honestly, like the original is still good. I know your backlog. See, here's what you need to do. You should have like a timetable for your backlog. You should be like, okay, this month I'm gonna knock out these 3 games. I'm gonna knock them out. Do them on a stream or something.
Well, that's the plan, but the problem is, like, the next game I'm fucking choosing after I finish Nier, which is a big game, because to properly get the real credits to roll, you gotta beat it 3.5 times. The game I'm doing next is Witcher 3. I need more than a month for that shit. Jeremy messaged me,
Yeah.
and everybody knows Jeremy, and he messaged me because he's been playing it, and he goes, "Dude, with how long it's taking you to finish Nier, I'm terrified to watch you play Witcher 3."
Mm.
What the
I've
fuck
been
is that
noticing-
supposed to mean? And he's like,
I've been noticing him
100%.
play that game a lot on Xbox Live.
Yeah.
Like every time I go on, he's on there. I'm like, damn, he's really no life in that.
And
just
he's
him
playing
saying
it
that
on
to you-
PC with mods so that he can fast travel anywhere and like instant pick up things, like things that I'm not gonna have because I'm playing on Xbox. And he's like, I know you want to like 100% it. I was like, fuck yeah, I do. And he's like, you're gonna need like a year. So my plan is
Keep
like
the
with The
100% in the
Witcher,
backlog.
I'm just gonna kind of play around with. I'll play it like one day a week and then still do something backlog related. I've got to get through
Good.
Modern Warfare,
Good.
but I got to get through a lot of fucking games.
You see all those shells back there, and you see all those games. That's his backlog.
I've played them all, haven't beat them all, but
And then look at his computer. That's also backlog.
I
that's
barely
not
have
even my
any
digital
games
library
anymore.
on my
You see that
Xbox.
closet back there?
Yeah.
I think you get the pattern.
So I guess for my first pick of a perfect 10 game,
For my spot in the 10 out of 10 draft, it
well,
is.
two of them we've already talked about in past Oddcasts. The third one will be a Breath of Fresh Air,
Hooper.
although Doom knows. No, Sly doesn't make the list. Even though
Ooh.
I fucking worship the ground Sly walks on. But Batman Arkham City. Chrono's making a really weird face right now, but yeah, Arkham
Yeah.
City. I mean, Game Informer gave it a perfect 10, also, but just
Mm.
from
Because we can trust Game Informer.
well, no,
Yes.
I'm just from
And
point A to
and
point
you're
B.
there,
Like
trust
Arkham
it.
Asylum to Arkham City was just a monumental leap in fantastic everything.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
How about Sweater?
But I mean, just to make it
Fantastic.
to make it as open world as it was,
Fantastic.
to make it not feel empty, to load it up with so much shit to do. The Riddler trophies, fucking Calendar Man, Mad Hatter, like all the little fucking things they put into that. I mean, combat, Arkham games are fantastic with how smooth and fluid it is. Even Spider-Man ripped it off. Like, so
They
that
didn't
was
rip it
great.
off. They didn't rip it off. They just happened to use it in their own particular way.
But Batman
Whatever.
Arkham City,
Fuck
and
with me.
of course you got Kevin and Mark as Batman and Joker, so that was also incredible. And I just
Mm.
I don't remember loving a game as much as I loved Arkham City in a long time, and I don't have every achievement in that. Got to delve back into it and try to 100% that. But a lot of that is like the combat challenges and shit. And I'm missing one achievement in Arkham Asylum. I've done everything else. I'm at 99.9%. And I have to 3-star one final combat challenge out of like 112, and I can't fucking do it. It's killing.
I think I tried actually doing all those stuff, those combat challenges in Arkham Asylum. I think it was like a stealth one that was real fucking hard.
Yeah,
You
there's
just keep shooting the
But I
gargoyles
love
down
that.
every time you would just step on one. It's
Yeah.
like, pff, there it goes, it's gone.
But I love
Like,
those
oh,
little
thanks.
extra things that they add in, and like the challenge of it, and it made it feel worth it. So Batman Arkham City gets a perfect 10 from me. Like, it was just an incredible game, and I still love it. And after I finish 100%ing it on my 360, I want to get the Return to Arkham, so I can do it all again on the Xbox One.
Yeah.
It's on Game Pass.
I know, but I'm saying, like, I still want to have, because they're two separate games, so I can get the achievements again. So I want to finish getting 100% on my 360.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, and then I'll do it again on Xbox One. But circling back around, Doom, what's your second pick for a perfect 10 game?
Oh
So-
shit, I think I picked that too.
You got to pick one more after this too, so go ahead and pick that.
Fuck!
Well, all right. So my criteria for like this 10 out of 10 game is games that like I spent a lot of time on, games that I like I remember it very well, and games that just most people tend to enjoy. And actually games I haven't talked about yet. So for me, this one was another one I played a lot in high school when I wasn't playing Master Chief Collection, was Forza Motorsports 2. Not 3, 3 seems to be the one that everyone loves, and it's like, oh my god, that's one of the best ones. To me, Forza Motorsports 2 was, in my opinion, the better of them, because of the simplicity of it. It had a good car count. I couldn't even... Did you just, spill your drink?
No,
Yeah, that sounded very spilly.
sorry. I mean, it's like all the
Oh!
way down here.
when you showed what you did, I thought you just went to spill it again. I thought that's exactly what happened.
Fuck this laptop!
Fuck it! Crush it with your hands into your head.
But no, so Forza Motorsports 2, like I got so good at playing that game online, especially like certain tracks and all that kind of stuff. Like I know life the fuck out of that game. I love shooting the cars. Say what?
You did mention this one because there was that one track that you always beat the friend on that last turn because you had it down to a science.
Yeah, and well, my bad. I thought I didn't mention it.
Oh no! How dare you mention a game that we've already talked about? Fuck it, move on. Forza Motorsport 2, continue. Yeah.
But it was just so much fun because it was like I played like other racing sims, like Gran Turismo, some other racing sims on PC, and for some reason Forza just had that look to it, had that feel to it that I was just like, yeah, this is what I wanted. And hell, my father, who was a mechanic for God knows how many fucking years, he was even like, yo, this is pretty fucking cool. So even getting his approval of that, me being like a fucking 15-year-old, he's like, him telling me that that's cool and it's a video game just made it like that much better. So
I love the Horizon series. I'm not too big on the Motorsport series, but that's because I just don't like the sim. I like the open world aspect of it. So
they're more. I mean, they are more arcadey. You can make them a little bit more simmy. I mean, I think they're more of an arcade sim. They're kind of like in the middle of that. But there was just something about it. Like I would get home. But like I said, I wasn't playing Halo. I was playing Forza, and like, dude, I spent so many hours in that game. It was ridiculous. But that's probably like my next 10 out of 10 if I had to choose.
Wolf?
I've talked about this once, but it's going to be one of those games that we played a lot. It's, like I said, games that we know almost like the back of our hand. That when, we would play them, we wouldn't really see that many flaws, like kind of like maybe how we are today, just because we're a little bit more knowing of the game industry and how we want our games to be. But anyway, Midnight Club. The PlayStation 2 game, Most Wanted, I believe it might have been. Wait, no, I don't think it was. It was like the dub and the dub edition.
But
so it was it was Midnight Club.
I thought you were going with the original PS2 version. I was like, holy shit.
The original PS2 version?
Like the very, very first one.
The original Midnight Club. That was one of the first racing games I ever played.
Yeah.
And I used to just love getting it. I never even progressed through the story. I would just go to the Big Apple or London, whichever map I wanted to, and just fucking drive around. Just drive around.
Oh, so yeah, Midnight Club Los Angeles. That was the one that I played, I'd no-lifed it. Car category there was so much. Motorcycles were in there. And then it's like, oh, you had $1 million at the end of the game? Cool. You can now drive any car that you want. And, continue racing and doing everything. It was great.
Because Midnight Club Los Angeles sort of kept up with what Need for Speed Underground 2 did, because they kept tuner cars and I'm pretty sure they had neons available for Los Angeles, didn't they? Yeah, they sort of kept it going, and we
Los
never
Angeles
got an
on
Underground
the
3.
Xbox, right?
No,
so?
360.
Nope,
360 and PS3.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Wait, are you sure? I thought it was a PlayStation 2 for Los Angeles.
PS2 and Xbox.
No, it's
no.
PS2, and then it was on PS2.
Maybe they brought it up.
And then they went to a 360 one. Like the 360 was the dub edition and the special edition and all that.
There we go.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So the one
I'm
thinking of is Midnight Club.
Yeah, so that
2.
dub edition is probably their complete edition.
Yeah, I played the shit out of Midnight Club 2 at my buddy's house because he had an original.
Yeah, Los Angeles. The complete edition of Los Angeles was really, really.
Yeah, but it sort of kept up with that car culture that was sort of lost after Underground 2. As much as I like Need for Speed Most Wanted, it sort of lost that feeling for me of tuner meetups and stuff. And of course, it was because of Fast and Furious. Of course. But you know what? I would love to see a new Midnight Club. I think Rockstar did a good job with the Midnight Club series. I'd like to see what they do now. I would love to see it. I mean, obviously they do Grand Theft Auto. I would love to see an open world Midnight Club sandbox where you can get out of the car and stuff. Obviously, don't make it a ripoff of Grand Theft Auto. Have a totally different story thing going for it. But the thing that I've always had a gripe with some racing games is I just want to be able to get out of the car and do things. It would be cool if I know it's difficult to do that because if it's a strictly racing game, it's sort of hard to just make an open world sandbox. What do you do at that point? Like, it would be cool if you could just get out of the car and, like, go to an actual, like, car store, like, and like, pick a car and then take it to a garage and look around and grab the pieces you need and put it on. Mix a whole bunch of different things from different games and make a new Midnight Club game where it's all very around tuna culture. And as much as I can say it, just fucking put it in Japan. Just Midnight Club Japan. Because, obviously...
Well, I'm pretty sure we're going to hear about at E3 this year when Microsoft takes the stage to show off their new Xbox. I'd be willing to bet like Forza Horizon 5 is going to be a launch title with it.
No,
it's going to be Motorsport.
Motorsports because
Motorsport.
They just did Motorsport though.
No, because they skipped Motorsport because it was the last one was Forza Horizon 4, and then they're like, we're taking a break to develop for the next one. So a launch title is going to be Forza Motorsport 7, right?
Yep.
No, we're on 8.
Yeah, I think it is actually 8, isn't it?
Yeah,
I forget because after Forza Motorsports 4, I forget that they made any.
6, Horizon 3,
it's 8.
7, Horizon 4. Yeah, we're on 8.
And the thing is, though, the reason why it's you gotta remember the company
Playground Games is working on
Studios,
Fable. Fuck, I forgot about that.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. So I know we're a good ways away out from any Horizon title coming.
Which I'm okay with because I mean, let's face it, 2 is still the best.
Yeah, it is. They haven't reached that quality of
take that time
Horizon.
off to give the new consoles like time to like. I'm okay with waiting a few years for Horizon.
It needs to be in Japan.
It needs to be in Japan.
I want to see some good fucking
there's
outfits.
so much that they could do in Japan. There's so much. Do you know how many people are going to be running around in AE86's fucking Fujiwara tofu shuttle thing just drifting everywhere? That's all I want! I can't believe that Forza Horizon 4 didn't have the fucking AE86. Not at all. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm pretty sure they just brought it back in for, like, DLC or something. But you have to do specific little quest lines for it to get it. But the issue is that it's seasonal based. So at that point, I'm like, should I even bother? But I would love to see it because, again, Japan is a perfect setting for it. Like, have you guys ever, like, played just, like, those arcade games where you're in the racing wheel? I forget what they're called. They're like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know the one talking about.
Go to Frankie.
And I would... Exactly, you got little cards and shit and you scan it. I would love playing those games, and I'd always pick the Japan tracks at night because drifting down those mountains
night lover.
or driving through the city, yeah,
with rain,
or driving through the city, and the ray tracing of the lights on the ground. Holy fuck! The amount that you could do with the photo mode. That's the one thing I love about the Forza Horizon series is I'd love to like cop a drift and then just hit the button, go and take a nice little photo. But now you can just pull up somewhere with a nice shiny car and just see like a big Japanese sign reflect off the side of it. It's just like fucking do it! I want Japan! Like I've been playing Yakuza again recently because I miss playing Yakuza. And just all the Japanese things and I'm like, my god, this is why this fucking country is my dream destination.
I think Chrono just talked himself out of coming to visit us and is now going to Japan.
Yeah, right.
Dude, I will meet him in fucking Japan. I will travel to Australia and then meet him in Japan. Fuck it.
Dude, let's do it.
But Chrono, what is your second pick for a perfect 10 game?
So it's gonna be hard. I can't just go to my shelf and look at games and be like,
I was about to say, is it the little dragon game at was that where we're going?
See,
That's number 2.
I've already got all mine picked. But I mean, the other thing,
Yeah,
when you look it up to factor in about how both of you really fucking want Japan and talking about ray tracing and lighting and everything, more difficult to do on the Xbox One as opposed to the new Xbox coming out where they were talking already about ray tracing and everything. Because just to make it look as good as fucking possible, and the fact that they're revitalizing Fable, which will be awesome because I love Fable 3. But
Fable 3 was fun.
yeah, it was a
Fuck
good game.
that shit.
What the hell is Fable?
I've got my next one.
That was trash.
I do have my next one.
All right.
So the next one, Uncharted 4. I love Uncharted 4. The storytelling was brilliant. The game looks so great. All the their scripted elements. When shit's just collapsing around you when you're driving through that fucking thing and things are blowing up everywhere and you have to like, just so much cool shit. It's like playing a movie, but it isn't like what like the people who did Heavy Rain and shit. It's not like they did it. They literally was just like, here's a movie, press some buttons, there you go. Uncharted was like a cinematic experience where you were in the driver's seat, and I'm like, this is so much fun. And like, of course, all the Uncharted games have been like that. But for some reason, Uncharted 4 just spoke to me. I think because you have Troy Baker in it as well as the brother. It's just their dynamic works, and that's why I love their YouTube channel. Where they just like play games and talk shit. They're awesome because they just have such a good dynamic, and you can see that in the game. And the villain in this one was quite good. He wasn't like your typical like because like the other ones were sort of very much and then fucking the one in number 3 was literally just the chick from 007 but a bad version of her.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, Uncharted 4 definitely reached my expectations. And again, a lot of people toss up between 4 and 2, but for me 4 just gets everything right. Especially the little part where you get to play as Crash Bandicoot, just that little Crash Bandicoot minigame that you got. It's fucking good. Like, I don't know if you know Freak.
4 so that I can get the trophy for standing there in the bazaar because of all the technical difficulties that they had at E3.
Yeah. It's
Which I still
it's
love.
funny that because it's good when companies acknowledge their faults and mistakes and make it a trophy.
You just stand there for a couple minutes and you unlock the trophy called I want to say it's called technical difficulties or some shit because they had to reboot the whole demo and start it all over for E3.
It could have been called like We'll Be Back, like how they've got like the technical difficulty posters and stuff that says like We'll Be Right Back. I think it's something like that. I can't remember.
I need to get to Uncharted 4, but I don't own it yet. But my second pick for a perfect 10 game, this is a game that we've talked about quite a lot, and it goes back to Troy Baker. BioShock Infinite.
I'm surprised you go with the first BioShock.
I love the first BioShock. Honestly, I'd probably put the first BioShock higher on my list of favorites than Infinite. But what I loved about Infinite, because I fucking hate when games get delayed. It drives me crazy because I want to play it now. I need it. But when it's delayed for the right reasons and it's done right, because Infinite got delayed like 9 million times. That game got delayed like 3 years, and they like scrapped it, restarted it, and they reworked Infinite so many times, and it paid off. The visuals were fucking incredible, especially for the time on the 360 and the PS3, and they look great on the remastered. Voice acting, of course, on point from both of them. I don't care if you have an issue with Booker Catch, but
Booker Catch!
Booker Catch.
Combat was always fun, plasmids and all that, and the sky hook and everything. I
The
fucking
sky hook
love
was pretty
BioShock Infinite.
I just got my ass handed to me so often.
Yeah.
Those big dudes with the hearts in there.
Yeah, the handyman. I 100% that game in 6 days, like every achievement unlocked. And then they came out with the fucking Clash in the Clouds DLC with
and then would you
combat challenges,
backlog.
just like Batman. And I still haven't finished those because they are a bitch and a half. But no, BioShock Infinite is easily a perfect 10 out of 10 for me. Like, I don't have an issue with that game. Soundtrack's great, gameplay, story, voice acting, visuals. Just I love BioShock Infinite. Now to close it out, Doom, what's your final top 10 pick?
All right, so this one, so this one's kind of a toss-up for me, and the reason why, and it's by the two titles I have in mind are both by the same company, so I feel like you guys can kind of figure out where I'm going with this. And the reason why they're both on my top 10 list is because they both introduced me to their style of open world RPGs. Something that I was not big on growing up. You know, a lot of people used to play them. Wasn't for me. But for me, it's either going to be Skyrim or Fallout 3. Those are my two. And I guess I'm going to just give them a shared spot. And I mean, they're pretty much similar reasons. If I had to really choose one, I think I would lean towards Skyrim just because of just how big Skyrim was compared to Fallout 3. But I think I like the setting of Fallout 3 more. But like, I was never big into open world games at that time. Yeah, I played Grand Theft Auto, but what kid didn't? Other than Grand Theft Auto, I didn't play any open world games. And someone told me to get Fallout 3 when it came out. I got it on a whim, and I fucking hated it. Like, I straight up hated that game as soon as it came out. And for some reason, my brain kept telling me, go back, play it again. Go back, play it again. There might be something there that you're missing. And the more and more I played it, I was like, hey, pretty fucking good. This is all right. I can dig this. And then the soundtrack on top of that. And then when it came to Skyrim, it was funny because I didn't like any of the Elder Scrolls except for Morrowind. And even Morrowind I was kind of shaky with. I didn't like Oblivion. I played it. I was like, this is fucking lame. My buddy said, hey, get Skyrim. It's going to be awesome. I'm like, dude, it's going to be just like this, that, and the other. I'm not interested. He came over, I think, like the 2 weeks after he got it, and he put it into my Xbox, installed it, and he was like, play this. He like literally forced me down and made me play it for like an hour. I was like, oh.
Can I borrow this?
And then he fucking left an hour later and took the game with him. So I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna get it. And that game just sucked me in so much, you know, the Dragonborn and all that. So those are a toss up for my 2 10 out of 10. I'm gonna have to give him a tie, but if I had to choose, I would lean probably more towards Skyrim just because of the amount of things you can do in there.
I've got a similar story with the Fallout 3 experience because I love Resident Evil 5. Suck my dick. And played the shit out of it with my brother, but we always had to rent it. Like, we couldn't own it. And so, like, we'd have to ask my stepmom, hey, can you go back to the game? This is when Hollywood Video and Blockbuster and shit were still around, but you could rent games. And so she'd rent it, and we'd turn it back in like a month later and pay an abnormal amount of fees. And I was like, can you go rent it again? Can you go rent it again? And she came home game probably like with 6 Fallout times. 3. She's like, they were out of it, so I picked this up for you instead. I hope you like it. I was like, I don't fucking want to play this. I want to play Resident Evil 5. Screw this Fallout bullshit. And then I played it, and I was like, oh my sweet Jesus Christ. Because Fallout 3 is one of the best games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what's funny about the video rental experience and stuff for games is that I would always go to the video store and Dad and I would go. They had cheap Tuesdays where you get a movie for $1 that you could rent, and we used to just pack up a whole bunch of movies and be like, all right, this is our marathon for the night. And I'd be like, oh, Dad, this is a game I want to rent. I forget which games were at the time, but I'm like, oh, Dad, I want to rent this game because it looks really freaking cool. Play it. And he was like, oh yeah, Rob, fine. And I got it, and I wanted to rent it again and again and again. He's like, Rob, at this point, we could just buy it instead of you just constantly renting it because you're spending the same amount. I'm like, oh, true. Can we go buy it? And he's like, no. And I'm like, fuck.
See, it's funny you mentioned that, like, because when I would go to, like, the Hollywood Video or anything like that, it would always be like, hey, Dad, or whomever, hey, can I rent this game? No, we're here to rent movies. Fuck. All right, you got me.
Yeah.
No, we're here to watch a movie. You're not here to play a fucking video game. You're here to rent a movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Literally. But the thing is about renting games is that they were so fucking expensive just to rent a game for. Because you would have it so if you wanted it cheap, you could rent it for one day and it would be like $3 or something. It's like, okay, that's fair. You want to rent it for a week for how long you've got the movies for? That's like fucking $12 for a week. I'm like, fuck off. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Fucking late 90s.
Yeah. Good old days.
And I remember those days where my dad, he used to burn CDs and stuff because that was just the thing that everyone did at that time.
Mm-hmm. I still have burned CDs in my car, like literally written on them Green Day, Ozzy.
Exactly. He would go to the video store. He would pick up I think he picked up 2 movies, a season of Friends, a season of Family Guy, brought it back home, and then he would chuck them all in. He'd burn them, write on them, burn them, have like a full set. And he had a folder, and it was like the Blockbuster set or the Video Easy set, and literally it was just all the movies that he burnt. And it's like fuck you, hand it back and all that. I'm like, this is highly illegal, but everyone fucking did it at that period. Oh, yeah. Everyone did it because no one cared. Like now, when was the last time anyone's burnt a DVD or burnt a CD? It's such a fucking rare concept because now we've got fucking Netflix and shit.
Yeah.
We've got these things that work for what we've got. We don't need to worry anymore. But, I sometimes think, I'm like, it's really hard to sometimes get copies of movies and watch them. Like, if there's a very obscure movie that I want to watch, it's like, well, the only way I can watch it, because there's nothing on streaming services, to torrent it. But no one likes to talk about torrenting. So, I'll just watch The Room somewhere else. Me and Harley were trying to watch it the other day, and there's a copy up on YouTube, but it has none of the sex scenes. And I'm like, dude, I just want to see Tommy Wiseau's ass so I can make jokes about it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all I want.
Exactly.
So there was no point at that point. And then I was looking up, if there's any copies online, but because over in Australia. Oh yeah, you go, dude.
I was gonna say just one more quick caveat for the game rentals.
Mhm.
So, on the rare chance I was able to rent a game, every game I rented sucked.
Yeah.
I never rented any good games. Like I can't remember a single time I was like, "Oh my god, this game is amazing. I'm gonna buy this." Every game I ever rented was fucking trash.
I
So I'm
rented
happy
Gears
I
too.
rented them.
Were you like me in a sense where you're like, I know this game would be shit if I bought it, but because I'm renting it, I get a little bit more out of it because it's not mine.
See,
Yeah.
now I would think so, but like 9 times out of 10, like I was one of those kids that looked at like I was very like old school like CD shopping, like where you looked at the cover of an album, you're like, oh wow, that looks brutal as fuck. I'm gonna buy that, and it's like fucking power metal, like Ronnie James Dio or some shit. You
Yeah.
just, yeah, I was like, I wasn't expecting that.
Where's
I
the
thought-
tunnel throat?
Yeah, and then so like that's how it was with games. So like if I saw a fucking cover that looked awesome and like, oh man, this looks cool. Oh, this is horrible. This is
Yeah,
Sly
right.
Cooper. This is fucking Sly Cooper. What have I done?
Oh, fuck off!
The
Well,
game I
the
rented the
fuck
most
this
was
raccoon thing
Skate
is.
3.
Wolf, what is your third perfect 10 game?
I think I'm gonna go with the cop out with Doom. I'm gonna go and put my number 3, and I'll put 2 in there, mainly because 1 was by actually it's same franchise under different people. So played a shit ton of this in middle school, high school. It was what the fuck was the game? Oh, Call of Duty World at War. Just because played a
Yes.
shit ton of it. I played a shit ton of that
Treyarch.
game and Modern Warfare 2.
You already
Really
said
good,
Modern
really good campaign, and really good multiplayer. Both of those.
I think World
Yeah.
at War doesn't get as much credit as it needs to for just
I still haven't
starting
finished
like
the campaign.
Yeah.
I got
It
to
did
the
suck.
fucking goddamn.
Clock 2.
I got to the mission where like 9 million grenades are being chucked at you by the goddamn people under the ground and shit, and I was playing through on veteran, and I said, "Fuck this."
Because
And then,
yeah, I mean,
then my
with-
brother
with,
broke my Xbox.
with World at War, I mean, you got not only got the campaign, not only did you get the multiplayer, but then it was also the
Zombies.
birthplace of zombies.
Yep.
Which
And,
is
yeah,
fucking incredible.
It's just, I mean, that was like the peak of zombies for me. Honestly, it was okay. All the maps are very simple. They're all really connected very well, and it's like you're not fucking teleporting into space or something.
I think
And
Black
then,
Ops
oh, look at that, you're on a new map. Black Ops had some really good ones. Like they had really good ones. But it's like the OG ones. Everybody still wants to go back and play.
Right.
Darius, man. Darius
Yeah.
is still my favorite of all time.
But
Yeah.
Well,
It
I also
goes
count
right
that in Black
next.
Ops because they brought it back, and they keep bringing
Yeah.
it back.
Yeah.
Darius is great.
that goes right next to this one because I bought it on GameCube, then took it off of, and then sold my GameCube to then just buy my GameCube again to play this game. And then I found an actual strategy book of it like a year and a half ago, and I have that too.
Just tell me the
Inferno
fucking
is
game.
going
Stop
to
building up the
shit its pants
anticipation.
because it is Sonic Battle Adventures 2.
Yeah!
That
Sonic
was
Adventure 2
a
battles! Fucking sick!
Great game. It was a
Except
great
fuck
game.
Knuckles and fuck Road. I hate
That's true. The
finding
digging,
those
the digging
stupid
for
ammo.
the
I wanna fuck
diamonds
some Knuckles.
kind of sucked. It kind
Yo.
of sucked, but it was like
Knuckles,
puzzle solving.
Knuckles is my boy, dog. Knuckles is my boy.
My name's Knuckles. I'm like Sonic. I don't chuckle. No, seriously, it's just the missions. It's just
Yeah,
it's
those
just
missions-
playing as them.
I won't
is
lie.
annoying.
It's
They're-
like they're good missions, but it's like okay, what the like the camera angle sometimes, and then like your little meter
exactly.
would just be like, oh, you're right on top. Never mind. Oh, you're right.
Well, yeah,
just like
because the version I played the most was just Sonic Adventure 2, and then when
Mm.
Battle came out, sort of fixed it. But it was
Yeah.
still a matter of like, okay, it's going ape shit, but I don't know where it is.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, the story in that was great. And then like the whole Chow World thing, like that was pretty awesome. You could
That
get a
shit
little
was fun.
Tails Chow in there too, and that was like
You could.
that was amazing. I was like, holy shit, there's a Tails Chow. And then he would literally just sit there and spin in his little island, and you would just like hear there, and just
Cannot.
Yeah. Tails, get the fuck down. Like, no, Dad, I'm not doing that. So
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
it was a lot
that
of
was
fun.
a fun game. That was a fun game.
Chrono.
Okay. So, sorry, I got to pick 2 as well. Just because one I'm just gonna pass by because we know I'm gonna say Spider-Man. We know I'm gonna say Spider-Man. The only thing that really
Think
brings
of
it
a
down for
fourth
me on that
thing.
game
Fuck.
is the boss battles. The boss battles are fucking dreadful. There isn't like a meter. You just keep going back and hitting them, and then you dodge their attack, and you go back and hitting them. There's nothing to it. I want like an actual fight. I want a proper fight where you're doing bullshit, not just like cutscenes and shit. But for the other Perfect 10 game, I have to go with Crash Bandicoot 3, but on the PS4, because Crash Bandicoot 3 was always one of my favorites, but Crash Bandicoot 2 was actually the one that I loved more back on the PS4. And then when the remaster came out, why?
I mean, you're Australian.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, bud.
But yeah, no, like. But yeah, no, Sonic, Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped on the PS4 is great because it took everything that was great about the original and did it better, except for the missions where you're on the little jet ski with Coco, because I 100%ed Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped in trophies and everything, and it was the biggest fucking pain in the ass because fuck the time trials for that game. Fuck the time trials. My god, there's so much anger. It's starting me. Nah! Let's just hang up. But yeah, Crash
okay,
Hey,
Bandicoot.
really do.
So we got Spider-Man and Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah. Shadow Colossus, Uncharted, Crash Bandicoot, Spider-Man.
Solid.
You all cheated.
Fuck you.
We didn't. We'll pick your fourth
We
one
just
then, Frank. If you
modified the
got such
rules
a big
little bit.
issue with it.
He's looking back at his
How have
game.
you not said Sly Cooper? How have you not said Sly Cooper?
I was trying to fucking avoid saying Sly Cooper, but I'll delve into my third. Thank you very
Sly Cooper.
much. I'm building anticipation.
Neither
Not
none
very
of us really
well.
care.
You
Yeah.
know, you look like you froze. We thought you pulled a dude.
It did look like you froze.
I shake too much to look like I'm frozen. Like, look at this. I can't
need to
freeze
see
in one
somebody
spot because
about
my
that.
yeah.
you should see
It's
somebody.
benign. I've already seen someone. Anyway, continue.
But Ori and the Blind Forest. Really, with the finger?
Yeah, I agree with that.
I did not think that game was gonna be shit.
was
I
beautiful.
thought it was just gonna be dumb, and I was like, it's a fucking indie game. It's a little $20 bullshit. Nobody gives a fuck thing. And
No, it's a great game.
it is so fucking good. Soundtrack is just absolutely gives you goosebumps. The opening is heart wrenching. The fucking ending is heartbreaking. The combat is smooth and simple. Navigation and movement is fluid as fuck, and just the watercolor style. Like, the world is gorgeous. I played the fuck out of that game, beat it, went back in, and I was like, I want 100% this. I want to get everything in it. Found all the little secrets, all the little bonus rooms and everything. It is so good, and I cannot wait for Ori and the Will of the Wisps next month. Ori and the Blind Forest is easily a perfect 10 out of 10 for me. I hope Will of the Wisps lives up to that hype, because they delayed it like twice.
Sure it will.
Well, they're changing the combat. Like, they're actually bringing in weapons and adding like bows and arrows and spears and shit. So part of what made Ori great was just how simple the combat was and just surviving and shit. Now you're going to have probably skill trees and shit, which will be awesome if executed right. But Phil Spencer can do no wrong, so. But no,
I mean,
really?
I'm
he's done
incredibly
really well.
excited.
Oh, hell, Phil Spencer.
Hey, I am incredibly excited for that one, and I fucking love Ori. Plus, Ori's just adorable.
I have an off-the-cuff topic. If y'all are ready for
We
this.
got time. We got 15 minutes until the end.
All right, cool. All right. First game that comes to mind. Don't overthink it. Most anticipated game of 2020. Go.
Cyberpunk
Cyberpunk
2077. Sorry, wait, what? Hold on.
Yeah.
I think we
What'd
all
you say?
said
What
different
was yours?
answers. Okay, Chrono, what'd you say?
Cyberpunk.
Oh, okay, so we
Freak.
said the same thing.
Okay,
did
and then
Cyberpunk.
Dale and I believe, is
Last of Us
Last
2.
of Us 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get it. Like, I love The Last of Us, but like, it's been too long that I've waited, so I'm like not as anticipated for it as much as I am for Cyberpunk.
It's been even longer
because-
since Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk got announced fucking 2013, I think.
Yeah, but then when you hear, but the Keanu Reeves thing
Yeah,
is where
you're breathtaking.
You're breathtaking. That was when they showed that Keanu Reeves was in it. That was when I was like, okay, yeah, all right, I'm back into it. Like I was always into it. I was like, yeah, it's a cool concept. I'm pretty sure it'll be done well. I hope it isn't just another looter shooter, but it's CD Projekt Red. They're gonna do something.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
No,
wait
I was
the
right,
fuck
dude,
up,
because I saw you make the
samurai.
face. 7 years ago, Cyberpunk 2077 was announced.
Really, that long ago?
2013.
Shit.
Yeah, because
I
it
didn't
was
realize that
yeah.
long.
That
It
is
was like
crazy.
The Last of Us 2 link right there.
Yeah, no, that is crazy.
Wake the fuck up,
And
Sam.
then
But hey, look at
they
that.
finally
That was
started
it. That was
showing
quick.
it 2 years ago. But yeah, no. Well, you said don't overthink it, so that's the first one that.
There
sprung
we
to
go.
mind.
Look at that. That's how we do shit right there.
Like
That's
mine,
efficiency.
One of mine is fucking Animal Crossing. I'm stoked for Last of Us, but just don't
Ghost of
overthink it.
Tsushima.
They
Here's
they
this
can
one.
do really well with Last of Us. It's just, we have to see if they actually do well.
I gotta pee real quick.
I
You guys keep
have
talking.
like it's
Yeah.
those things where like when it comes to Last of Us, it's very very rare that I ever have 110% complete confidence in a gaming studio. I have 110% confidence in Naughty Dog and what they're gonna do with
Mhm.
Last of Us 2.
Yeah. Like
And
they're incredible.
put out something bad like that, and I just feel like what we've seen so far, like I have so many questions about what the fuck is going on in these trailers.
hmm
And then I'm seeing so many fan theories. I'm just like, please
Let
no.
me play it. yeah.
See,
Leave my hand.
Is it out now? Did you let it? Fuck. Is it out now?
another reason I'm keeping so distant from it is because of the fact that with The Last of Us 1, I didn't pay much attention to it. I was like, it's not Uncharted. I don't know.
Oh,
But
you're
then when
that
I got it,
guy.
I got the PS4 Definitive Edition. I got that, and then when I played through, I was like, oh my fucking Christ, because I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know what was going to happen, so it was a surprise to me. Everything was a surprise, and I'm like, fuck yeah, this is incredible. So I'm trying to do the same with The Last of Us 2. I don't want to know anything about it. Literally, the only trailer I've seen is that first one where Ellie's on the guitar. That's the only trailer I've seen of it. I haven't seen any
That was
gameplay
a
of it.
really
I
good
haven't seen-
trailer.
It was, and that got me
It was
hyped.
very artistic. I liked it.
So one thing
Yes.
I'd like, another reasons why I absolutely love this game is so I hyped this game up to no end. Like talking about the first Last of Us, I hyped it up to no end, and I met Laura, my girlfriend, and she's a gamer, but she's not like an avid gamer like we are. Like
Yeah.
obviously she plays Halo with us and all that shit, but she plays like Tomb Raider, Halo, and then cell phone games and like her Switch now and then.
Yeah.
That game, I said, if you want to play a game that you're gonna enjoy and you want to be like emotionally invested, play Last of Us. She loves that game, and to me, that tells me everything I need to know because she's not a core gamer, she's not an avid gamer, but that game hooked her, made her feel some type of way, and we actually had straight up discussions about the ending and everything like that. So to me, if someone else can play that game from like an outsider's perspective
hmm
and feel the same way that we all felt in some way, shape, or form, or have any type of feeling about a game like that, to me, it's worth it. And that's why I want to see this again. Even she's excited about it too. She's like, we were talking about we would have to fight each other, like who's actually going to play the game first. And I said, like, bitch, sit down. I'm paying for it.
Bitch, sit down. Who the fuck you think?
She said, like, she's legitimately not going to be in the room anytime I play that game. She doesn't want to know anything about it. So.
But yeah, look at that. That was efficient. I like it. Dramatic pause.
Yeah.
Who's
Who else?
got the
something to
next
say?
topic?
Well, we got
was gonna
10
say-
minutes. Fucking shoot the shit.
I mean, I
What-
thought we had one topic that we texted about of a game that happens tomorrow.
Oh.
Well, the reason I texted you guys about that, and Chrono, you're going to be a little out of the whack here because we're about to talk American football. But, so,
He's just like,
Man.
oh yeah, okay.
Oh.
I'll take-
also,
I'll take it.
by the
I'll just-
time
It's
this
okay, well-
podcast comes out, the game will have happened like a month ago. But, so, Super Bowl
Hey, we can see if we were
is
wrong.
tomorrow. And I've got a coworker who was like, I like to put $100 on a team every year. And he's like, I don't know who the fuck to put money on this year. And I was like, well, look, I am a broke boy. My rent's due, and I don't have $100 that I'm willing to waste on a game. But I'll go 25 with you. And I'm sitting there, I'm rooting for the 49ers because fuck the Chiefs. And then I was like, but let's analyze this. Let's break it down. So I texted you two and my dad. And aside from one person, everybody's going for the 49ers. So I told him, hey, I got 25 on the 49ers, so I'm either about to get free $25 or not, because their defense is fucking ridiculous. And I will say, like, I'm scared of Pat Mahomes. The kid's a legend.
Oh yeah, he's great. He's very
also
great.
never made it to a Super Bowl though, so I'm very curious to see how he's going to handle that pressure.
I think he'll handle it well.
Whereas like Garoppolo came from Belichick and Brady, he's experienced, and the Chiefs right now are being a bunch of cocky sons of bitches.
Yeah, but that's them as a whole. They're
Yeah,
always that way. Tyreek Hill, Hardman, come on.
Fucking Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
Who, I mean, best tight end. Fucking love when he's on my fantasy team that year, but God, he's cocky. And I think it's going to be a fantastic game. I don't think it's going to be boring like last year's was.
So I think it'll be a good game.
Yeah.
So I guess
think,
I'm the only one that went for KC.
Yeah. Everybody else is going for the Niners.
Yeah, I mean the only reason why I went for that, I really haven't paid much attention to Kansas City's defense. I know their offense is explosive, but the 49ers offense is also, I would say, close to equally as explosive. I mean, 30 points, 40 points, like a game.
No, 49ers offense is incredible.
You look kind of constipated right now. 1 minute bathroom. But, I mean...
I don't agree with that, though, because I think they've got explosive receivers, and if you put the game in Garoppolo's hands, I do not have confidence in Garoppolo to win that game for me, where Mahomes, dude's fucking magic on the field. Time and time again, he's proven...
Their fucking running back, though, just made history in the playoff game, because he had...
Yeah, but, alright, so...
Their run game's not bad, either, because he was untouched for 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, but that's only one game with him. Mondstadt, I know who he is because he was a New York Jet back in the day. I know who this dude is. They had a good game plan for him. It just worked out that way. Shanahan is going to fucking fuck it up. He's going to lose like he did when he was with Atlanta, choke a big lead over KC. Book it.
You heard it here first. Actually, you didn't hear it here first, because apparently it'll be like a month out before you actually hear this.
You heard it here a month.
Yeah.
We're recording this before the game. These are our predictions. But, I don't know.
Chrono's hearing it here first.
Yeah, Chrono's like, these are names, and these are things that happen, and these are teams.
Actually,
it wasn't. I tuned out. I tuned the fuck out. You guys were saying things, and I just heard womp, 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 womp. So I'm like, I got no fucking clue.
So, all right.
When
so
he comes to the States, we gotta teach him football.
This will make sense. This will make sense. Time frame and everything. Hear me out on this. I think only one person's gonna actually like get this. Actually, no, both of you might, because. All right. So when this airs, what'll be happening that Sunday?
Wait, when this airs?
When this podcast airs, what'll be happening that Sunday?
If it happens a month from now.
Well, that depends.
Is it your due date? Is it your due date, Doom?
Fucking March.
Super Bowl Sunday! Or whatever.
No.
I don't know.
No.
Daytona 500.
He said Super Bowl Sunday.
Okay,
That's tomorrow.
It's Daytona 500.
Fuck, I love watching Chevys go around in circles. I really
thought Daytona started in February.
Yeah, this will be going up around then.
No, you said that Sunday.
Just watch the V8 supercars. Who fucking cares about NASCAR?
Hey, you shut your fucking mouth.
You listen here, you Falcon-loving fuck.
Hey, the Falcons are fucking good. It's
You
alright,
listen here, you bored Falcon.
Commodore.
Yeah.
I go Commodore.
Yeah, fuck you, pal.
Hey,
Yeah,
what's
no,
a pal, guy?
I really I couldn't care less for NASCAR because it's just all circles. It's just all circles. I could fucking do it in my sleep. I'd be the best NASCAR fucking driver there is, motherfucker.
Shut up, kid.
If you were running from the cops from your pedophilia ring.
Yeah.
No, like, look at this. I would step in. I'd be like, hi, I'm the first, no, probably not the first Aussie, but one of the most recent Aussies to join NASCAR, just to prove to you fucking pussies that that being in a circle, driving in a circle at like 300 miles per hour is nothing. Because we just do that in our streets in Australia anyway.
Hey, so Chrono, I'm sure, so you like V8 supercars to an extent?
Yeah, to an extent. It's just sort of the joke to be like an Australian, like, I love V8 supercars.
Okay. So here's my question. I'm sure you've heard of Marcos Ambrose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he didn't do shit. Fuck off, pal. Didn't do shit. Fuck off, pal.
Oh, burn.
Hey, my tax dollars pay your salary, bud.
Oh shit, bud.
Oh,
Ooh.
crap. Oh, shit, bud. Oh,
More
shit,
burn.
bud.
More
This,
shit, bud.
pitter
I can't
patter.
do a Canadian.
Let's
But...
get at her.
Nah. I like for like motorsports and stuff. The most I enjoy is rally.
Yes.
And
Team
South
Subaru.
Africa.
It's a Texas.
yeah, Subaru, and anything that's going on in Japan. I drive a Lancer at the moment, but I'm like the next car I want to get. I'm either choosing between an STI or a
Oh my God,
Volkswagen
getting an
Golf
STI.
R.
So,
Because
another funny
love the-
story. Another funny
Yeah.
Got STIs.
Chrono, we are on the same level when it comes to that.
yeah,
My homeboy just had a kid. Shut the fuck up, freak. Fuck you.
And he's got an STI too?
Yeah, it's going around. So last year, I was that fucking close to buying an STI, getting rid of my Ford Focus ST and buying a WRX STI 2015. Had some mods to it. I was that fucking close to pulling the trigger because that's my dream car. I've loved them ever since I was like that fucking tall, which was basically like 2 weeks ago. Had a growth spurt. Shut the fuck up. But so Laura has always had this thing about Subarus being
STIs?
dad cars. Subarus are straight up dad cars. I'm like, how the fuck can you like take the best rally car of all time and call it a dad car? What does my friend do? Has a fucking kid, buys a WRX STI. I'm like, God damn it!
yeah,
It's a dad
yeah.
car.
Look, what do you think about the Volkswagen Golf R's and shit, or the STI, fucking the GTIs?
I like them, but I'm not crazy about them. I mean, for one, they're a German car, so no matter what you do, they're going to be expensive as shit.
Exactly. Because I wanted to jump into the slap sticker business and try and make money off that. And I made a fucking German style fucking slap sticker. And I think it turned out kind of cool. I've sent it to you because you guys don't care, but Dale, you can take a look at it and tell me if you'd buy that if you had a fucking Volkswagen.
Send
So-
it this way. Let me take a look at it. Fuck you guys.
Yep.
This
Yeah.
is inside.
Rest in peace, Kobe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was tragic. Yeah, rest in peace to everyone who were on board.
Well,
That was
yeah,
fucking-
no, his daughter and fucking
Yeah, that's sad shit.
7 others.
yeah.
Because- and the only reason, here's how I got to that process while you guys are doing that. Okay, so you said STIs, and I instantly thought of Magic Johnson, which made me think of fucking Kobe Bryant.
Wow.
The thought process is not wrong in this case.
I mean,
Wow.
Actually, it is slightly wrong because it's HIV. It wasn't STIs.
I know, but it made me think of it because then I was like South Park, and then I was like, who was that other one? But so yeah, no, it blew my mind because I was at work and I logged into Twitter for like 2 seconds because I was like, fuck this, I want to not work, and I saw RIP Kobe trending, and I was like, did he have cancer?
Okay.
Was he like
Hold on.
60 and I didn't know? And no, 41 in a helicopter crash. That's
Yep.
got to be a terrifying fucking way to die.
All right, so
Yeah.
Freak was at work. Okay,
I was at
Doom, you were at work.
Mhm.
Chrono, where were you when you heard this?
I literally just woke up and was on and I was like, I checked my phone in the morning. I saw like lay in bed groggy for like 20 minutes before I get up. And I was scrolling through and I went, oh fuck! I thought it was I was actually taking a shit. Never mind. I was actually taking a shit when I read it because I went, oh my god, yeah. You like it? You like it? Yeah, yeah. Slap stickers. What's up, fucking?
I was at a funeral and I heard it and I was like, "What
Jesus
the
Christ!
shit is going
That's
on?"
fucking crazy.
And I was like, "You really gotta be kidding me!"
So, all right, so I was at work, and as you guys know, I work at a prison. And so where I work in the prison, I work in lockup, and in front of the lockup cells, there's some TVs. And apparently, I got a phone call at my post, like, yo, did you know Kobe
Turn the
Bryant? I was
fucking
like,
TVs
no.
off.
No, they're like, no, turn it to this channel. They're talking about Kobe Bryant dying. I was like, the fuck? Kobe's not dead? What
That's
fuck
what
is
I
going
said.
on
I was
here?
like, he's too fucking young. What?
So
Yeah.
I go
Yeah.
to one of the lockup cells, where the TV's like right in front of, and I go and I switch it, and one of the inmates is like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "Shut up! I'm doing something." So I switch it, and it goes to fucking Kobe. You know, they're talking about like, "Oh, breaking news, Kobe Bryant, blah 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 blah." And the dude in the cell went from really pissed off right next to me to really fucking sad like that. He's like, "Yo, man, my boy Kobe's gone." I'm like, "That's what it's saying." I'm like, I felt bad too because I watched him play growing up, and like literally, lockup went from like going crazy to like I could hear a penny drop in that fucking room. I was like, wow.
You guys really like basketball.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit! Like I didn't realize like that could bond people and like everyone was mourning. It didn't matter who they were. Everyone's like, oh man, that was fucked up, man.
I don't
That's
like
fucked
basketball at all, but like I respected and appreciated Kobe and shit and all the things.
Yeah.
he did,
Yeah, like,
what a
I-
guy he
The
was.
work ethic is unmatched.
Yeah, and
Because
so
I love basketball.
I was blown away, and it sucks. Too young, 'cause,
Yeah.
I mean, and I can only imagine like the things he was telling his daughter as the fucking helicopter was going down. Like that's
Yeah, that's
read a
shocking.
I read a report, and this might be a little bit extra morbid, but apparently when they unearthed his body and all that kind of stuff, it was him and his daughter together. Apparently he was
Like
holding
clinging.
his daughter. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've read. I was like,
some
oh,
Pompeii
my God.
shit.
Like that even hurt
'Cause-
more. I was like, ugh.
No, it's
Because I'm
just-
pretty
it's
sure
unbelievable.
the police have hold of the black box audio of as it was going down. Obviously, that will eventually be leaked online because everyone finds a way to get that shit.
And of course,
But
it's a
yeah,
tragedy
tragic.
that the other 7 died as well.
It is.
Just-
Like, again, it's a matter of the fact, like, you know, Kobe was so big that,
Yeah.
you know, all the tragedy sort of stems on him, but people do, like, understand, and there's a tragedy for everyone involved. It isn't just
And they
because
still
Kobe's
haven't come
famous.
out and said what caused the crash yet, right? Last I
No,
read,
they
did.
They kind of
They-
did.
They
Was it an
pretty-
electrical malfunction or something?
No,
Yeah,
they
well-
said the pilot shouldn't have been out in the conditions.
Yeah, I mean,
I
apparently
That's
saw
right,
a
yeah, because
it was very
photo
foggy.
of I saw a photo of the surrounding area like the morning of, and it was
Yeah,
like
I mean, like,
Silent Hill.
they were grounding a lot of other planes, and a lot of other pilots were, you know, basically not taking off. But they were like, "Hey, can we fly?" And they were like, "Yep, you're good to fly." And yep, apparently with how the
So they hit something or what?
apparently how where they were, it's like here are mountains thing, and here, well, hills, mountains, whatever, and then here's like where the helicopter was, and they were trying to take off, but they couldn't see anything, and then they were just like in distress while because they couldn't see anything, and then they just apparently maybe when they were, I mean, I don't know, I wasn't there, and no one has come up with a timeline, but it was either when they were taking off or whatever, but they just kind of they crashed. I guess they thought they were like, oh, we see something, it might be the top of the hill or something, and then it was the hill.
So
Yeah.
fucking
But yeah,
crazy.
I mean, I don't know if that's
we,
exactly what happened, but it was a hill.
I guess
So
we end on that super fucking morbid, dark note. We started off talking about who we want to fuck and kill,
Marry and kill and
we pour some out for Kobe.
and then we talked games, you know, as we should on a Gamers of the Roundtable podcast, and now R.I.P. Kobe. But
Yeah,
thank
R.I.P.
you
Kobe.
all so much for watching, gentlemen. Any signing off comments or?
When I start my sticker collection business,
All right,
just,
bye.
jump